Great. There's people joining us. Wonderful. Good to see you. We're going to talk about some tips to slow down. I'm coming to you a little later this this afternoon. It's a lot later, actually. I was supposed to broadcast at noon, so it's now 1:22 here on the East Coast. I'm going to wait for a couple more people to join me. How's everybody doing today? Where are you from? I wonder if I even have the comments on. I don't know if I can see. Let me flip things around here. Okay, hi there. Okay, I'm going to try to get this camera all set up. I'm actually at home. The last 4 days I've been broadcasting from my car. So now I'm actually at home so I can talk to you a little bit better. And I've been rushing around and I'm talking about tips to slow down, and here I've been rushing around, which is pretty silly. I don't know if I have my comments on. I don't know. I don't see when people join me. So let me see what's going on here. I don't see. Sorry, I'm working on this. Still new to this. I guess everybody's viewing from the internet. I don't know. But I'm going to start in just a minute. Just seeing if where everybody's from. I guess you can't make comments when you're doing from the internet. I'm still learning how this works. But I guess there's just a few people on the line, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and get started. My name is Michelle Breeding. I'm a board-certified holistic health coach. I am also an IFA sports nutritionist and a team Beachbody coach. I have been married 19 years, and I have 2 children who are 15 and 12. And my passion is to teach others how to live a happy, healthier life, and knowing that they have everything in them to keep pushing them to get that way. I just provide little tools here and there, and am going to walk beside you in order to do that, to get yourself in better health and wellness. But I started this series on Monday, and it was to give you tips to slow down, and I started with 10 tips. I've done 2 each day, so I'm going to do the last 2 tips today and kind of recap the other 2 tips. But mainly 9 and 10, I'm on 9 and 10, and the 9th tip and the 10th tip kind of go together hand in hand. But the 9th tip is to make sure that you sit for a moment before you even get up in the morning and get right to your computer like we are now. Like, wake up and don't immediately grab your tablet, don't immediately grab your computer or whatever you do, or your phone. Just sit for a moment and kind of just take everything in. Close your eyes and rest and just think about what you're going to do for the day, and stay calm and just relax and let your body gradually wake up without the stimulants of everything in the world just hitting at you full force right away. So you want to sit at your moment, sit at the day, just think about what you got to do and go from there. It kind of goes along with tip 10, sorry about that, which is to remember your goals for the day right when you wake up. Like, have a set list and think about what you have to do for the day. So in that quiet time, you may want to just take some time, think about what you have to do for the day, and have a goal or prioritize your list. Do whatever it is that you think is your top priority for the day and do it. But also think about your goals for maybe the coming week or the month or the year. If you have a goal and you set it in mind and you have a list, you're striving to get to that goal. But you don't need to push just to get to that goal. You just need to make sure you remember those things and why you're doing what you're doing, so that you take a deep breath and say, hey, listen, I've really accomplished this. So far I'm doing really well, and okay, I got this accomplished today. I can do this tomorrow. And give yourself some positive encouragement. And if you can't from yourself, get someone who's a supportive friend or family member who can be there to help you with encouragement and give you supportive information to tell you that, hey, you're doing really well. I really appreciate you, because it's really important. As adults, it's really hard, and I've thought about this recently, is that as a mom and a wife, you really don't get as many warm fuzzies, that you would get from other people. You're just thinking about, we just go. We always go for other people, so we don't really take time for ourselves as much as a mom and a wife. It's a little different for the men. We have the nurturing aspect. They have the analytical, I want to fix something. So it does has a good partnership together, but that's just what happens. So Tip 9 is to sit for a moment before you get on the computer, have some quiet time. And if you are a person who gets in the Word and reads the Bible, that's a good time to spend with the Lord. Wake up, have some quiet time, meditate on the Lord's Word, and see what He wants you to do for the day. And that's when He speaks to you, is through the Word, and that's really an encouragement. So that really goes to your tip 10, where you're having goals set in mind, but think about really what the Lord wants for you and how you're going to honor the Lord by doing what you're doing in your goals and the things that you set in mind, and see if that will glorify Him in any way. So I'm going to recap the 10 tips to slow down. I'm looking at my computer screen. I don't want to forget anything. So the first tip was to prioritize your time, to make the most important things. Do those things first. The other things can wait, so you don't stress yourself to get more things done. So tip 2 is to cut your internet time in half. So when you're spending your time on the internet, you want to make sure that you spend less time. Spend more time enjoying nature. Spend more time with things and to absorb what's really going on around you instead of in the phone, in the computer. You see that everywhere around. I mean, it's really discouraging when you look around everywhere and people are sitting at dinner tables and sitting at restaurants and standing in line and no one can talk anymore. Take time to really just enjoy and interact with people again. Start to do that. Also, number 3, enjoy nature. You want to enjoy your nature. You go out, when time permits, you just go out, you go take a walk if you can, but it also is good to get that vitamin D. That's good for your health, to absorb nutrients, but also for energy levels and mood. You want to make sure you go out in nature and see. That really just helps de-stress you. It's hard to imagine it because if you don't really want to go outside, you're really going to fight that. But if you want to go out, you just have to make yourself. Put it on a calendar. If you put things on the calendar, you're going to wind up doing them. I mean, whether that's working out, that's your exercising, reading the Word, whatever it is. Put it on your calendar like you have an appointment for your hair or appointment for your nails. If you put it there, you're going to do it. So make sure you do those things on your calendar. Number 4, eat slower. Take time to really enjoy and savor those meals that you spend all those time preparing for. So eating slower. Number 5, make sure you connect with family and friends. There's a lot of times where we aren't connecting, but we also have a lot of people we haven't talked to in a while. So it goes both ways. You want to have friends, you want to build relationships, you have to talk to them more. So make sure you go out of your way maybe this week to try to talk to someone that you haven't in a while and kind of reconnect. So number 6, make time for yourself. So I talked about the tips for today was taking time for, in the moments in the morning, that is time for yourself, but really hey, pick a new hobby, do something that you want to do, read a book if you want to, start a new exercise program, cook a new recipe, whatever it is, takes time for yourself. And number 7, give yourself more time to get places, because we're always rushing. And if we weren't doing that, then, we would be, so much more calm and less stressed in our world. We have so much stuff that we're always stressed about, and stress is what's hurting everybody's health in the world right now. A lot of it has to do with stress. We're losing sleep. We're not eating as well. Our digestion is not as good. We need to learn to slow down by giving yourself more time to get places, giving yourself more time to get things done. So if you have something that's due, like I have my teenage daughter, I tell her to try to give more time. If she has something due a month out, that doesn't mean wait until the night before. She had a whole month to do it, right? So do little bits at a time so that it gets to be done earlier, but also you're not as stressed and rushed to try to get things done. So if you're a procrastinator out there, you might want to think about just making sure you give yourself more time so you're not as stressed and don't have that anxiety, which is affecting your health. Okay, and tip 8 was to take the scenic route. If you're going on a vacation, you have the time to go a different way. You might, you'll see new things. You have new landmarks, those things that will help, again, being aware of what's around you and all of God's creation. It's really helpful. I mean, again, a lot of people are looking in their phones, looking down, and don't know even where they are. But you need to look, keep your eyes open to everything in the world, because there's so much stuff that we're missing. And again, for the tips for today, 9 is to sit for a moment before you get started in the morning to meditate, either if that was in the Word or just keep some quiet time right when you wake up. And number 10 is to remember that what your goals are and to keep those in mind so that you can always strive to do those things. And I hope this helped you a little bit and encouraged you or inspired you to slow down and to think about what you're doing in your day. I really want your general overall well-being to be better, and that's my passion, is to help people to get that way. Next week, I plan on talking about 8 tips for better portion control. So I'm going to go into the food. I'm going to talk about portion control, and week 3, the third week of August, I'm going to do this every day for August, the whole month of August, and I have it all written down. In a couple weeks, I'm going to talk about simple steps for a leaner, healthier you. And my 4th week, I'm going to talk about 6 strategies to help you break your weight loss plateau. So I'm hoping that I am going to be able to help you in some way or form. I might come to you random times here and there, but I just want to be an encouragement to you, and I hope that you will continue to follow me. And you can find me at www.michellebreeding.com, and also you can connect with me if you have any questions or comments. You can connect with me at healthcoachmichelleb@gmail.com. I hope you have a blessed weekend, and I hope this was helpful for you. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. See you next week.